Do you remember a while back during Gen Con, I did a live stream where I built a Eldritch Foundry mini using Eldritch Foundry's mini creation program. So I designed my Blade Singer Lagwin for my Rod of Seven Parts campaign, and wouldn't you know it, the mini came in for me to actually look at. So if you want to see what this mini looks like and what we kind of get in the box from Eldritch Foundry, stay tuned. Look what I found. What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here. And first of all, that's the most important part. This. So I got a box. It came with like a plastic bag, you know, like this. And inside that was an Eldritch Foundry die. And this metal case branded with the Eldritch Foundry logo on it. If my camera is going to cooperate, we can zoom in here and I can show you what this looks like. It's a metal tin from Eldritch Foundry. You can see it's branded with the logo on the front. If we pop the top off, we have a piece of foam in here. Pull that piece of foam out, and inside is our mini on a nice thick bed of foam. Plenty of room. So why don't we take this case out of the way. We'll slide in our rotating stand here. We'll drop the mini right on it. So here we can get a nice zoom in on the mini and get you a little bit of an idea of what we're kind of looking at. So this is going to pick up a lot more. You can see it's got a very sparkly look to it due to the resin or whatever it's printed with. And I know that sword might look a little out of shape. That may just be the lens, but it actually did get a little bit bent. I'm noticing that now. But the quality is really good. You can make out all the little like pouches and stuff that I put on the waist there. Right here, there's even like a little dog hair on there. But yeah, I mean, you can clearly make out the face and all the details here. See if we can get, let's get a little extra cell phone light on this. Here we can see more of the detail here. I get my cell phone's light on it. You can see it's got a very sparkly look. Turn it around, we can see the hair, even like the buckles on the back of the duster. There is the kind of spell book on his side there. The only thing I will say is you can kind of see it right there. There's a little warp. The sword got a little warped in delivery, so it's not 100% straight, and I think you can see it right there. It kind of curves. But all in all, a solid mini, and I like the creator a lot, and they are constantly updating things. But because everyone's going to ask, I thought it only fair to do a comparison to a couple different kinds of minis. So this is our Eldritch Foundry mini. Here is a Hero Forge mini printed in their standard plastic. This isn't the premium plastic. This is the standard plastic, about the same size. I do honestly think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think you know what? The premium plastic looks like it's also been primed, so I can't really judge based on that. I think if we hit this with a light primer, we might be able to, the details kind of a little bit lost on the black, I think. But the face, I mean, I don't know if it's just not picking it up because of like the sparkles in the material. So here, also added in is a WizKids unpainted mini. This is one of the Nulzers line from WizKids. So this again has WizKids backing behind it. So you can see here a little bit of difference in the size and the quality of the visibility of the sculpt. Again, so WizKids, you can pick those up, you know, at a local game store. You have to paint these yourself. This is just the one I had on hand. You can see some issues with mold lines and stuff in the back on that. You can see a little bit of layer lines in the Hero Forge one right here. Like I can see a little bit of layer lines, which isn't, you know, bad, but I can see it. And I don't really see the layer. They're there. They're very, very faint. The layer lines in the, and when I say layer lines, I mean from 3D printing. I assume that these are 3D printed with, FDM, where they're building up rather than with resin. At least that's what it kind of looks like to me, although I could be wrong. I actually kind of like this sparkly. I don't actually know what the material is that these are printed with, because this is not something I've ever seen before, the material that these Eldritch Foundry ones are printed with. And I do really kind of like the sparkles. Like, you could almost leave it like that as like if you wanted to, you could get another one of these to print like an invisibility or like a shadow form or something. I really like it. I do think I would like to get some paint on this guy. Like I said, the biggest bummer for me is the warped sword. And I don't know if that was just the heat in like being in a metal box and getting it shipped to me. But overall, I really like this mini. It's always nice to be able to custom design minis. I think the thing that I want to showcase the most on this, and it has like, this had, I don't know how to describe the feel. It's got like a rough, I don't know if you can hear that. I really like the texture. It's almost like a gritty rock-like texture. I really like it, and you can actually almost kind of like see through the back of the coat if you hold. I know you can actually see through it. It's got like a translucent purple. You guys see that? It's got very much like a starry galaxy translucent purple material that this is printed with. I really like that. That's so cool. I didn't notice that till like just now, but I really like the color sort of see-throughness of it. And I think the thing, like I said, the thing I want to showcase the most on this is the face. And like I put those owl, like greaves on, and I want to see if I can get those to show up, because that's the best, like the really, really nice detail. I want to see if I can get that to show up here at all. It's a little extra light. I think we're losing it in there, but you can see the owls on the leg armor. See like the owl face right there. And again, I don't know if it's coming out. There you go. You can kind of see the owls there. The detail is really crisp on that. And I think it's just, again, the sparkly kind of see-through material doesn't translate well to the camera. But if I were to hit this, I think with like a nice gray primer, you could really make out the details really clear. But I really do, and I like that, saying that the top of it is like a very smooth material right up here. But I think, you know, this is my I'll be honest, this is my first time working with an Eldritch Foundry Mini. I'm a big fan. Get this chain chomp out of my way here. I'm a big fan of the creator. I liked going through it. I've seen they've already added new options. This is a little bit springy, so maybe with like a little bit of a heat gun or hot water, I might be able to bend the sword back into alignment. Again, I just really like this shininess of this mini, it's just, I don't know, it's a texture thing. I really like this kind of gruff texture. Maybe it's because I'm a geologist and I like sandstones, and I used to always love playing with rocks in all my classes, and maybe that's why I'm really drawn to this. But like I said, the detail is definitely there. It almost feels wrong to try to cover this up with paint because of the cool like translucent purple effect and like the starry night thing it's got going on. I'll see if I can do this again. If we just like shine it, you can see, there we go. See how it's like clear purple? It's really cool. I don't know why. It's just like a simple little thing that I found by accident that I really, really like. So that's my kind of review and unboxing of Eldritch Foundry's mini, a mini that I created. You can go back and watch the actual stream of me making this mini. And I mean, I can't say enough that like the presentation is top notch. You know, I mean, you're going to spend the money to get yourself a nice mini like this. You're going to want to have a nice place to store it so you can cart it from convention to convention, from game to game. I already lost my little piece of, oh, here it is, my little piece of foam. But, you know, you could probably put multiple minis inside here if you're going to put them in here and then sandwich the foam on top of them like that. You know, that's not going to move around at all. And you've got this nice case, and like this, you could probably throw this and bang this thing around, and it probably won't damage the mini inside. It's nice and secure inside that foam. It's got a nice Eldritch Foundry presentation. I mean, there's really spared no expense with this box. Like, this is nice. I've ordered Hero Forge minis before. They come in a cardboard box wrapped in bubble wrap, and like this is a nice case. And again, I can't speak to every single one of the Eldritch Foundry minis, but mine came with a D20. I don't know if that's standard or not, but it's a it's a gray and black kind of marbled D20 with yellow writing, and you can see right there on the 20 face is the Eldritch Foundry symbol of the tentacle grasping the hammer. And that's really cool. Like, this is customer service right here. I'm a really, really big fan of that. So I highly recommend that you go check out Eldritch Foundry. There will be a link in the description for you to go and click to go check out their website, and you can go there, and the character creator and the designer is free there, so you can go ahead and build minis there. They've added a whole bunch more since I made this mini. They've added two-handed poses and a bunch of other stuff, so it's really cool. And like I said, I'm very curious. I want to hear from the folks from Eldritch Foundry what this material is that they make it with. Maybe it might be like a proprietary material that they can't tell me what it's called or like what it is, but even if they tell me like it's Eldritch Foundrynite is the material, that's still cool. It's I don't know, you just have to see it to really understand it. That texture, it's got me. All right, I gotta put this thing down. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again to the Eldritch Foundry team for not only letting me play around with the builder on stream for Gen Con, but also giving me a credit so that I could order this and get this in hand. And now I really need to play my Rod of Seven Parts game in person so that I can paint this up and have a mini for me to play with at the table. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon for continuing to support me and the channel. I will see you all next time.